It's Ray with StrawDaddy Baits, and I want to show y'all today how I clear coat my lures. So we've got 3 lures here. We've got this bass lure that we painted the other day. It looks really good in this light. Oh my word! And then we have this lure, which was the imitation off of the that green tomato. It was in the Bass Pro Shop book. And then we have this one, which we painted today, which is the go-to. And I've already put the eyes on them. I've already went ahead and signed them. So all we gotta do now is just clear coat them. So let's get to it. Let me show you what I do. So let me pan y'all down without flopping this over. Don't mind the stomach. So this is what I use. This is Bob Smith Industries 30-minute epoxy. Get 30 a minute. Don't do 5 minute. It'll screw you up. And then I got me a little meth scale here. It's not really meth scale, and I always add white glitter. It's about the only thing I use. Every once in a while, I'll add some red glitter. But anywho, so with this, you do it's 1-to-1 ratio. So we're just going to get our scale out, even it out, and pour it enough so that it does 1 lure. You don't want to pour and do all 3 lures at once. You're asking for trouble. So do 1 lure at a time. Okay. 15 will work. Okay, re-zero that. It's actually too much, but that's alright. And 15, alright, so we'll turn this off, and then we'll just add some glitter in it. And I add quite a good bit of glitter, as you can see. Alright, mix this all together. And the white glitter, it's actually, even though it is white, it also has some green flake in it, if you can see that. And then I just use a regular old craft brush to do this. So we'll start with our bass lure here that we painted. Okay, and then all I do is just stick it on there and start putting it on. And I do long, steady brushes with it. I don't want to just start dabbing it all over. Some places you have to do that, but like on the back here, you don't want to just dab it and all that. Just put it on there and then swipe. Pull it all the way down to the back. Okay, all the way down to the tail of it. Alright, just keep doing that. Don't worry about the air hose, the little air bubbles you see on it just yet. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay. Now there's different ways that you can clear coat a lure. This is one way. Another way that you can do that is effective as well is you can use UV resin. Now, UV resin works. It works pretty decent. It puts a very strong coat on it. I have some and have used some. My issue with it is that it is extremely, and I do mean extremely stout. I had all my windows open, had fans up going, and I ended up having to walk out of the room because how strong it was. So just kind of keep that in mind if you ever decide to use UV resin. But like I said, it does put a very strong layer on it. You just dip it in there and then hang it up in front of some resin and you're good to go. Right. Man, that out there sure is pretty. Man, it's pretty. Alright, make sure we get everything. And you'll find out the biggest places you'll miss is around the tail of it here. For whatever reason, that's the spots that I always miss. Okay, so let's put it in the light check it, make sure there's no air pockets. Okay, and so this, I have a little turntable here, turn wheel, and that's what I use to keep it continually rotating. Right, so this is actually good to go, and I don't recommend doing this, but I'm going to keep using this. We got this little red one with the yellow eyes, and we'll do the same thing with it. And the reason why I don't really recommend doing this is because even though this is 30-minute epoxy, you take a big chance of it starting to dry with you, and once it starts to dry, you might as well forget it. If it just is just, you know, because even if it's just starting to dry just a little bit, it'll just clot up and it makes a horrible mess. It's all stringy and you've ruined your whole bait. So, you know, this kind of gives me an idea of looking at this, putting this clear coat on it. This color here would actually make for a decent crawl pattern. I may have to look into that. Okay. Hadn't really thought about that, to be honest with you. But it really would, wouldn't it? Okay. A little bit more on the stomach here, or the belly of it, whatever you want to call it. Right. You see it's starting to dry just a little bit, so we're going to have to hurry up and finish this, because if we don't, we're going to have a big mess on our hands. Very big mess on our hands. Okay. There we go. There's a spot that I missed. Okay. And then we put it up to the light. Check it, do our streaks on it again. Make sure we got everything. Alright, so that's all the damage we're going to be able to do to that one. Alright, so we can go ahead and throw this away. And we need to go ahead and pour some more for our last lure. And let's do 10. It's probably still a little bit too much, but oh well. And there. We'll put our glitter in it. Make sure you put a good bit of glitter in it. Then we stir it up. Right. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and grab it off the wheel. And then we start clear coating this one as well. Right. There we go. Now you can use, go to Walmart and buy the DevCon 2-part epoxy. You can use that. It works. Uh-oh, my eye moved on me. That's not good. There we go. Please don't move again. But I found that it wasn't as good as this stuff. But I used, you know, that DevCon 2-part epoxy at Walmart for, good Lord, probably 3 or 4 years, because I didn't even know anything about this. Didn't even know there was a place called Hobby Lobby, to be honest with you. And you know, I had looked for other options. I'd used polyurethane, but you know, it never worked. It just take the paint right off of it, and you know, I really didn't know what I was doing. And then I found this stuff one day at Hobby Lobby, and I haven't went back to anything since. So I highly recommend using this Bob Smith, that was called, yeah, Bob Smith. It, in my opinion, is some of the best 2-part epoxy out there. Let me see, have I got everything? Let me get around that eye considering it came off. Right. And I think it just about does it. All around. And then the last thing I do is I go ahead and pull it up here, and then I look at the lures in the light and see if I see any air pockets or anything. And they actually look really good actually. Oop, I think I missed a spot on that one. Let's get it around here real quick and make sure I did. Right on the nose of it. Right there. Okay. Right. Yep, that was it. Alright, these are ready to go. We just gotta let them sit here for about 15-20 minutes. I have been known to let them run for 30 minutes, up to an hour. Whoop. But anywho, that is how I clear coat my fishing lures. And so I found out that it's the most effective, it works best. So I hope y'all can, you don't have to do it exactly the way I do it, but maybe you can just learn a little something, how to use, even just how to use these. Maybe you never thought about using these, or these little sticks. But anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll have the pictures of the results of these. Excuse me. Ooh, good Lord. Supper. I'll have the picture of the results of these on either Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, something like that. But anywho, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button, mash the like button, and I'll put in the description all my accounts that I have in my online store. But anywho, y'all have a great day.